What up? I'm gonna try to do this ADRIAN Ross show from the car, headed to the Bay, to the Yay area one time. I'm your host, ADRIAN Ross. Just gonna get into it. A lot of talk. Last week's show, talking about the monopoly that the NCAA has on basketball and football players from 17 to 21, 20 years old. To try to explain what I'm saying a little bit more in a different way, to bring people in, to have them thinking about something different, is let's take a dentist office. So, you know, you have the receptionist, you have janitorial services there, maybe in-house, maybe contracted. You have the technicians, you have the hygienist, and you have the dentist. All working there all the same hours, maybe varying just a little bit, but with different salaries. So how can, when we talk about scholarships and then we talk about revenue versus non-revenue sports, how can a non-revenue sport scholarship be the same value as a revenue sport scholarship? That's what I'm talking about. Is everyone else in business gets compensated a certain way. How, in that case, all of a sudden is there equality? You see, the scholarship is fine when there's not a third party making money off the athlete. Cool. The agreement between the school and the athlete is cool. But the athlete didn't agree to anything from the network. The athlete doesn't have an agreement with ESPN, with Fox, with the Pac-12 network, Big Ten network, Root, all these different sports stations that contract with the conference and or a school like Notre Dame. That's why Notre Dame's, have you ever noticed, it doesn't matter what record Notre Dame has, they're always on TV on Saturday or whenever their game is, because they signed that contract long time ago. Notre Dame is always on TV year in, year out, every game. So there's other athletes that attend the school that aren't in a sport that creates revenue. So when we want to start talking about pain and the cost of a scholarship, let's start breaking it down to a real value, because mostly everyone's only talking about the value that they charge the other students. That's not necessarily what it costs. Just because they charge you that amount, that doesn't mean that that's what it costs. So if they're internally just letting you come on, then isn't it their cost? So I'm just trying to say, let's just keep everything the same as we do with everything else. Why make it be different? What's that? These are institutions of higher learning. Why is a system that's cheating certain groups of young men and women simply because they go to school? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying a scholarship is bad. I'm not saying college and all that and the system overall itself is bad. I'm saying keep the same system, just compensate the revenue that you're signing these contracts off through them with these third parties. Stop acting like it's just an agreement between the athlete and the school. Because the athletes are the ones that are performing the duties for those third parties to compensate. If you're the catalyst for the compensation, how are you not being compensated? And the answer that they're telling us is because they're students. What is that? There's a whole lot of other students that get to work. Playing on the field, playing on the court, playing on the course, whatever it is in whatever said sport, if it's on where a third party is getting compensation from and making revenue off of it, off of your performance, you should be compensated for it. Or else, well, not even or else, just with the revenue, the whole thing about people saying it's free education, it's not free if you're in a revenue sport. If you're in a revenue sport, you being on that team and participating has paid for it beyond what the cost of it is. So they didn't give you nothing for free. You produced it, and you produced beyond it. But yeah, if you're on a non-revenue sport, you got the free education. See, there's different levels. There's the receptionist, there's the hygienist, and then there's the dentist. Working the same hours, everything looks the same in the same place, but there's different value on it, and they're compensated differently. It can't be uniform. Adrian Ross Show. Leave your comments. Check your boy out on YouTube. My YouTube channel, Matt Backer with 2 D's, MADDBACKER. Twitter, same thing, Matt Backer. On Instagram, at Adrian Ross. Have a great weekend, and thanks for tuning in. Peace.